Hey everyone, thanks so much for coming by today. We are going to be making cream of mushroom soup from Magnolia Table, volume number 3, as part of our journey to go through her cookbook. So I am super pumped about this one because I love mushrooms. They are my jam. I use them with everything. It's on my pizza, on my omelets, everything is mushrooms for me. So I am very excited to try this out. So we're going to get started by chopping these up, throwing some stuff on the stove, and let's try this soup. Alrighty, we have our yellow onion. Let's chop this bad boy up and get it ready for the pot. Onions done, let's cut the mushrooms. All right, so we have about a pound of mushrooms, maybe a little more. I may have snuck some more mushrooms in there because I love mushrooms. So let's chop them up. We're slicing them. So I do love mushrooms, but there are mushrooms that I don't like. I think they're oyster mushrooms. I really don't know which one they are, but I'm always hesitant when I order out or go to a restaurant and they have wild mushrooms as part of the, name of the dish, because I don't, there's one mushroom, and I really do think it's the oyster. One thing about me is I did live in Japan, and I used to have mushrooms in some of those dishes there that just did not sit well. So I don't know which exact mushroom, but I'm pretty sure it's the oyster mushroom that is not my favorite. But portobello, baby bellas, sign me up. Okay, mushrooms are ready, sliced. Let's head over to the stove. We have our butter that we need to melt before we add in our garlic, which has already been minced, and our onions to coat that for a little bit, and then we'll add in our mushrooms. All right, so I am going to add 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter to our pan here, our pot, I should say. We're gonna let this melt, and then we're gonna add in our cut up onions and our garlic, which is right here, and let that go for about 6 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna just quickly chop up some thyme because that's gonna go in with our mushrooms. Let's do that. So this trick doesn't usually always work for me, but I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna use my hands. See, it didn't work, but it's okay. That's what we're here for. We need about a tablespoon, so. I feel like the super chefs do this so easily, but for me, it's a little trickier. right, I hear our butter melted. I'm gonna add in our garlic and our onions. Oh, that smells so good. And I'm going to stir it up. We're gonna let this go for about 6 minutes. Then we're gonna add in our thyme and our mushrooms. But let's finish up the thyme because, well, we're running out of time. More little leaves. All right, let me grab this one. Whoops. All right, so that should do it. I am going to chop this up. Our thyme is ready to go. Once our onions and our garlic have made it through the 6 minutes, which we have about 2 minutes left. Although it is soft now, I'm going to give it another 2 minutes. All right, it is time to add in our sliced up mushrooms and our thyme. So, thyme in, mushrooms are in. I'm going to stir this. We're going to let this sit for another 6 minutes or so before we add in some flour and some wine. It smells so good already. So, let's see. All right, folks, it's time to add in our flour. It smells so good. I am so pumped for this because, like I said, I love mushrooms. So, I'm gonna stir this together, make sure all of the vegetables in here, the onions and the mushrooms, get nicely coated. Okay. Let that go for another second or two. Then in a second, we're gonna add in our chicken broth and our wine, and then we're gonna let that sit for a little bit. So, wine first. Wine. Okay. That's it for a minute. All right, so we are ready to add in our chicken stock. Whoops. All right. Our salt and pepper, which is a teaspoon of pepper. I love pepper. And some salt. Stir this around. Give that a minute. before we add in our heavy cream. I take that back. We gotta bring this to a boil. So let's bring this bad boy to a boil. Then we'll add in the heavy cream. And then we'll let it simmer for about 20 minutes, and then we'll finally be able to try it. I am so excited about this one. So let's wait for it to boil. Okay, it's been boiling just about a minute now. I'm gonna take this down to a simmer. We're gonna add in our heavy cream. Oh yeah. It smells delicious. Delicious. And we're gonna put this on low to simmer for about 20 minutes. And after those 20 minutes, we can stuff our face with mushroom soup. Alrighty everyone, it's been about 20 minutes, so I am just going to ladle out some of my own and we're gonna try it. It smells so good. Alrighty guys, it's time to try our cream of mushroom soup from Magnolia Cookbook. And I am pumped about it because I love mushrooms and I love soup. Just a little blow. This might be my new favorite soup of hers. It is delicious. I love it so much. This will become a staple in my house. Luckily for me, my husband doesn't eat mushrooms, so this is all mine, and I'm not sharing with anyone. It is very good. Thank you so much for coming by, watching me make this cream of mushroom soup from Magnolia Journal. Appreciate you all. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks so much. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.
What's in the box?
I knew that was coming.
What's in the box?
There's splatter water in my eye. It smells so good.